Daily market updates. This is a new segment which has been started by TradeBrain's YouTube channel. Through this channel, we aim to provide daily market updates, the important news events for the day, the financial market, and all the other important factors which are pertaining to the economy and the global well-being. These are the factors which will be covered in this video. Now, this segment will be published on day-to-day basis from Monday to Friday, and will be providing all the information which are relevant and which are of importance to the global economy and the Indian economy. So now let us begin our discussion. Today being the first segment, we'll be starting with the news section for the day. The most important news which has been flowing in the market right now has been the allowance of the usage of Sputnik vaccine in India. This is a Russian-based COVID vaccine, and this is the third vaccine which will be used in India. The other two being the Covishield and the Covaxin. The Sputnik is a Russian vaccine. Now, it is important to understand that this vaccine wasn't allowed to be used till date, but with the rising number of COVID cases and the COVID cases going to nearly 1.7 lakhs a day, the government is forced to use the allowance of this vaccine, and this vaccine has been showing decent efficacy rate in the market. And the second important news is that because of the fear and uncertainty in the Indian equity market, that's because of the rise of the COVID cases, the Sensex today lost nearly 3.5% for the day. And the other important indexes like the Nifty and the Bank Nifty also lost 3.5% and 5% respectively. And the third most important news is that the Bitcoin has touched the level of $60,000 again. Recently it touched 60,000, came back to almost 50,000 levels. It has gone back up again to $60,000. And it is trading comfortably around those levels. So these are three important news updates for the day. And now let us understand and break down the levels and the important factors in the Indian equity market. So Sensex lost nearly 3.44% for the day, and it closed down by almost 1700 points and closing at 47,883.38. At one point of the time, it was down almost 4% for the day. Nifty lost nearly 3.53% by losing 525 points, and the Bank Nifty was the highest loser of the day by losing almost 5%, and it lost 1656 points for the day. Now, the top gainers in the market, there are only a couple of names, Dr. Reddy and Cipla, and the top losers for the market were Tata Motors, nearly losing 10% for the day, and Adani Ports. These were two top biggest losers for the day. Now, having understood these numbers, let us understand what made the market move. The Sensex posted its second biggest fall of the year. It lost nearly 3.5%, and the reason for this being the fear and uncertainty on D Street. The market is fearful of the fact that the number of COVID cases in India has been nearly 9 lakhs over the last 7 days. And with the current rising in the cases and the inability of the government at certain levels to be able to control the rise in cases, has made the bulls in the D Street get a little scared, and they are actually exiting the locked positions from the market. And we also see fresh short positions coming in the market. So fear and uncertainty are the biggest factors on the D Street right now. And with nearly 1.7 lakh cases a day, the market has become even more skeptical and uncertain. They are not sure as to when will the number of COVID cases become stable, or it will start coming down. And because of these factors, we actually see profit booking in the market. And banking and the finance segment and the auto segments were the biggest losers of the day. They burned the most. The banking segment and the auto segment lost nearly 5% for the day. And the other global indexes are trading nearly neutral to mildly bearish. So there is nothing called as global uncertainty in the market. It's the fear of the COVID cases, that is the rise in COVID cases, had made the market a little bit scared, and all the long position in the market are coming down. And if we get any positive sentiment or positive news in the market, that is likely to provide any boost to the market. The news of the Sputnik being allowed to be used in the Indian market can be taken as a positive news, but it remains to be seen as how effective it is to reduce the number of cases in India. And if we don't see the number of cases coming down, we could see more losses being posted on the Indian equity market. Now, this is the technical outlook on the chart of Nifty 50. If you look at the chart right now, the market has formed a near bearish Marabozo pattern. It is not a complete Marabozo pattern, but the candle's body size is almost 90% of the total size for the day, which is good enough to be called as a bearish Marabozo pattern. And normally at the formation of this pattern, we see the bearish trend continued and the support levels being tested. And the support levels on the market right now are 13,650 and 13,150. These are support levels in the market. If you are someone who's trying to understand the market and do a bit more research on it, you should visit the website of portal.tradebrains.in. All the data which has been earlier used to provide the gains and losses for the day have been pulled from there. We have all the other important features like the screener, the stock shortlisting process, the watch list, even the stock comparison, the theme-based investing. Every data is provided on the portal of tradebrains.in. Please do visit there and check out the portal. I thank you for your patient hearing. I'll again see you in this segment tomorrow at the same time. Please stay indoors and always wear your mask and sanitize your hand and wash your hands all the time. Thank you so much.